All right, so when we're passing the guard, and the guard is basically what? It's just the legs, right? So we're just trying to get around the legs. There's, as I say, get on your knees. If you were a mile away from me, would you be in my guard? Yes.
Yes.
Right, my legs are between us, right? What about now? Are you in my guard?
Yes.
Right, as long as the legs are somehow between us, no matter how little, once you pass my legs, specifically my knee line, you've passed my guard. You may not have stabilized, but you've passed my guard. So all of these things, where my legs are in the way, all the different things, just the legs. That's just the guard. Okay. However, the problem is, for instance, when I do this, these frames are my shields, right? But they're also the things he can attack. This is an arm lock. This is a wrist lock. Right? That's the danger, right? Everything I need to block him with are things he can attack. Right? If I come here and I'm pushing and you slide through, we're looking at an arm choke. Okay, so my guard, this is why it's such a popular thing to do, is what? Also leg locks. Okay? Which means if I'm afraid of leg locks, my guard is far less effective because I'm going to hide my legs. Okay, so it's important to get good at leg locks, not to just be diving for feet because you can't pass guard. I can't emphasize that enough. Okay, don't be great at leg locks because you suck at guard passing. Okay, because then the person can have a bad guard and still just hide their feet and you're stuck. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go over just a basic straight foot lock. Now, the way we do this, there's actually kind of two locks. Okay, there's an Achilles lock and a straight foot lock. An Achilles lock is not the one we're going to be doing right now. And it's basically pressure on the Achilles tendon. Okay, so I'm going to have that bone right on the Achilles tendon, elbow open, and it's going to be here. It's very painful and it can do damage, but we're actually going to do a foot lock. And that's going to be breaking the foot. Okay, so I'm going to hyperextend the foot this way, but also rotate it out. So it's kind of like when you twist your foot, you're running along and then you fall in, or you step in a hole and twist your foot. That's the break. Okay, so in both situations, I want to be back. The Achilles lock, I don't have to be as far back, but this I want to be pretty far back. So I'm going to make sure that when I lock it, I'm all the way back, locking the Achilles tendon, or locking the heel. So you'll slide back. I remember rolling with a teammate a long time ago, and I kept trying to foot lock him and sliding off. And I looked, and his leg went straight down. There was like no heel. I was like, man. Okay, so we're going to go in, where he's getting lazy with his legs. We're going to collect the leg. Now, 2s and 9s. You can do this either way. Right now, I'm going to show you one way. Okay? And people say this is the old school way and it's not as effective. Everything's a tool, right? I feel like maybe it's not as powerful as a mission, but it's actually harder to escape. So I can either be right at this wrist bone like a guillotine grip, or I can go very deep. Okay? Now obviously the deeper I go, the softer the muscle. But the deeper I go, the harder it is going to be for him to twist out, I feel. Okay, so right now we're playing conservative. We're going to go deeper, but you can practice this either way. So the first thing I want to do is I want to collect the foot. So I bring myself to it. Okay, so I'm going to collect here nice and deep. And I'm going to control the knee, because if I isolate the knee, the foot will happen. Right? If I just try to foot lock him now and I'm going to miss it. Just like when we do a wrist lock, I got to isolate the elbow. Okay, so once I lock and I isolate this, I'm going to step the foot over here. Now, you can absolutely keep it this side, whatever you're comfortable with. Just for this instructional, we're going to go here. Okay, I'm going to step forward and sit. Okay, so I'm going to lower my body, step, and sit. And when I sit, I want my on his hip. I want my toes out, so I'm not this. Okay, here. And then I'm going to lock, grabbing my forearm and locking his shin. Okay, this is a nice one because if the knee is maybe in a little bit, or I need to adjust, I can push and pull. Okay, and I want to be nice and close. Now I'm going to fall and pinch my knee. Okay, here. Now this is important. Once I'm on my elbow, so without your leg. So I land here, and then I'm going to So what that motion is going to do is going to take his foot and torque it this way. So when I lock deep, and I lock deep, and I'm here, and I land, then I tuck. And we're here. Okay, so let me have you up. So we're here. He's going to collect the foot. Let's do this side if you can. Okay, he's going to collect nice and deep. Bring that hand up towards your chest as high as you can. You can grab it actually if you want. That's fine for now. Grab the gi if you need to. Controlling the knee so I can't pull my leg away. Now he's going to do a little sit as he swings this leg, almost like you're doing an arm bar. Here, now. Here, now pinch your knees tight. That's really important. Now he's on his elbow. He's going to lift your, there you go. And then bridge. There you go. That's good. Okay. So that is our straight foot lock versus the open guard, or when you're passing.